It's a busy weekend at West Point as a lot of teams are in their conference tournament schedules right now, including the Army West Point wrestling team who's going to be competing in the EIWA championships down in Princeton, New Jersey this weekend. The Black Knights are looking for a successful weekend as they're going to compete 10 wrestlers this weekend in all of the weight classes and will look to get some people qualified for the NCAA tournament, which is at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
We feel pretty good, and this is a time of year where you need to be feeling your best and performing at your best, more importantly. So I feel really positively about, the team right now, our preparation coming off the end of the regular season, into the postseason. It's a very tough tournament. Everybody knows that. There's a reason it gets the second most NCAA qualifiers every year, moving on to the national tournament. So for us to move multiple people along to the national tournament with a chance to get on the podium, we're going to have to be at our best this weekend.
The men's rugby team gets their spring season started on Saturday against Dartmouth. It's a noon start time down at the Anderson Rugby Complex. The Black Knights were able to use the winner to get healthy as they're taking on one of the best teams out of the Ivies.
Dartmouth's a phenomenal opponent. Very fit, very organized, well coached, and resilient young men. They've done very well, swept through the Ivies. Had Annapolis Navy on the ropes last weekend in Annapolis, and just came up short of a victory there. So we got our hands full. But for us, it's about playing our best. It always is. And we know we left a lot on the table to be desired late in the fall, and we're really motivated to have a good performance Saturday.
Both men's and women's tennis are in action at home this weekend. The women's tennis team's coming off an impressive sweep last weekend, including a big 4-3 win over Fordham, as they'll look to use that momentum into this weekend against 3 opponents starting on Friday against Quinnipiac. The men's tennis team has 5 matches this weekend, 1 on the road at St. John's, the other 4 at home, as the Black Knights are looking for a good showing against some very good teams.
I think it's given us a lot of confidence. All 3 of those teams are really solid, and it was a team effort. Everyone played well, and they stepped up. Fordham's a pretty solid team. It was nice kind of getting some revenge from losing to them last year 4-3, and we're looking forward for this weekend. And again, another 3 really solid teams that's going to test us.
I want to win some matches with against St. John's. I mean, they got 5 nationally ranked guys in their team. We can knock off a couple of those guys. It'll be a great weekend for us.
The women's lacrosse team will look to remain hot as they go for their 4th win in a row against Quinnipiac on Saturday as they look to improve to 4-1 on the season. The Black Knights men's lacrosse team starts Patriot League play on Saturday as they take on Lafayette. Baseball's down in North Carolina taking on UNC Greensboro, and the Army softball team's taking on a bunch of teams down in Fairfax, Virginia. That's going to do it for your weekend preview. For Night Vision, I'm Zach Daly.